This is going to be a quick video. Somebody had asked me about how many people are hooked on illicit drugs and opioids. And this is a report that came out in the American Society of Addiction Medicine in 2016. It's always 1 year behind. So when 2018 comes, that's when you'll get the figures for 2017. Opioids are a class of drugs that include illicit drug heroin, as well as illicit prescription painkillers, oxycodone, hydrocodone, codeine, morphine, fentanyl, and others. Opioids are chemically related and interact with opioid receptors on nerve cells in the brain and nervous system to produce pleasurable effects and relieve pain. That's why so many people don't even want to get off. They will fight you before they get off of these drugs. I was reading heroin addicts said they love the high because they said it gives them that feeling like they are in love. And they love that feeling and they don't want to give it up. That's why so many of them fight when you suggest rehab to them. Addiction is a primary chronic and relapsing brain disease characterized by an individual pathologically pursuing reward and or relief by substance use and other behaviors. Of the 20.5 million Americans 12 or older had a substance abuse order in 2015. 2 million had a substance abuse disorder involving prescription pain relievers, and 591,000 had a substance abuse use disorder involving heroin. So when you add up all those figures, you have over 23 million people abusing drugs in the US. It's estimated that 23% of individuals who use heroin develop opioid addiction. Drug overdose is the leading cause of accidental death in the US, with 52,404 lethal drug overdoses in 2015. Opioid addiction is driving the epidemic, with 20,101 overdose deaths related to prescription pain relievers and 12,990 overdose deaths related to heroin in 2015. From 1999 to 2008, overdose death rates, sales, and substance use disorder treatment admissions related to prescription pain relievers increase in parallel. The overdose death rate in 2008 was nearly 4 times the 1999 rate. Sales of prescription pain relievers in 2010 were 4 times those in 1999. And the substance use disorder treatment admission rate in 2009 was 6 times the 1999 rate. In 2012, 259 million prescriptions were written for opioids, which is enough to give to every American adult their own bottle of pills. That's ridiculous. And America actually prescribes more than any other country on the entire planet. 4 in 5 new heroin users start out misusing prescription painkillers. 94% of respondents in a 2014 survey of people in treatment for opioid addiction said they chose to use heroin because prescription opioids were far more expensive and harder to obtain. Impact in special populations: adolescents 12 to 17 years old. In 2015, 276,000 adolescents were current non-medical users of pain relievers, with 122,000 having an addiction to prescription pain relievers. In 2015, an estimate of 21,000 adolescents had used heroin in the past year. An estimate of 5,000 were current heroin users. Additionally, an estimate of 6,000 adolescents had a heroin use disorder in 2014. People also share their unused pain relievers, unaware of the dangers of non-medical opioid use. Most adolescents who misuse prescription pain relievers are given them for free by a friend or relative. The prescribing rates for prescription opioids among adolescents and young adults nearly doubled from 1994 to 2007. Women are more likely to have chronic pain, be prescribed prescription pain relievers, be given higher doses, and use them for longer periods of time than men. Women may become dependent on prescription pain relievers more quickly than men. 48,000 women died of prescription pain reliever overdose between 1999 and 2010. All right. And I will leave the link to this article in the description box. All right, right here. Pain reliever overdose deaths among women increased more than 400% from 1999 to 2010, compared to 237% among men. Heroin overdose deaths among women have tripled in the last few years, from 2010 through 2013. Female heroin overdoses increased from 0.4 to 1.2 per 100,000. Okay, so over 23 million abusing opioids and heroin in the US. And this is why you don't see any end in sight. That's a lot of people. You know, as I had stated before, that's a whole nation of people when you really think about it. There are countries that have fewer people than that. So tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. I will leave the link to the article in the description box. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And if you can make a donation to my channel, please do. And I want to thank everyone that have made a donation over the past few weeks. I really deeply appreciate it. And I just want you to know that I think you are the greatest subscribers a person could ever have. And I really mean that. Peace, family.